Dear future husband, know that these letters that I'm writing are not meant for any counterfeit, but they're only meant for you. For as my words flow forward, they are like darts that only you will be able to catch.
Hey guys, it's Owsley, and we are here for our new episode of It's Simply a Da, and I am your host. And while we're here, let's be clear, everybody calls me Allie. I am so excited to be here with you guys today, and for this new episode that we have cooking up. So, real talk, I am so appreciative of everybody who has came in, who has supported us, who has loved on us, and who continues to listen in every weekend. Thank you so much. You can go ahead. Thank you so much. That was my assistant, y'all. Maybe one day Ava will make a debut, but not for that. But really, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It has been a lot, but it has been so worth it to hear how it has impacted you guys. So today we have another guest. And let me just tell you, this guest is so near and dear to my heart, right? Her name is Cece Owsley. Okay, let me tell you about Cece. Cece is a really dynamic woman that I met while I was in this group called Wives Awaiting. And Cece is a trailblazer. She is a family redeemer. She is a wife to the awesome Ron. And you can catch her in, the hospitals in Ohio. That's all I'm going to tell you about her job. I'm going to let you know. Anyways, peep this though. Outside of everything else that I just told you about Cece, she is a mom, right? But my baby and her baby are related. And what am I talking about? She is a fellow podcaster, right? Her baby, the Restored and Reconciled podcast, came out around the same time as It's Simply a Da. And so we call our podcast, podcast brother and sisters. And when I say, if you want another good podcast to listen to, Restored and Reconciled will help you get your life together in a way that continues to shape mine, go and check her out. So I'm not gonna belay the time, right? If you aren't subscribed, if you're kicking it with us and you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. But at this time, I want to present the lovely, the beautiful Selena Owsley.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Selena Cece Owsley, and I have been asked to read a letter to my future husband. And although I am married, I honestly, after writing this letter, I am understanding that I am writing this letter to the husband of my past, of my present, and a sweet cheers to the future. Let's get into it. Honey bunny, Mr. O. Woo, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I kid. Hold on. I could start today, and there wouldn't be enough time or words to capture it all. So I'll just say, thank you. I thank you for choosing me, even after Dad was shady. Because he was super shady, y'all. He was in his feelings. He was not trying to let his baby girl go. But we're here now, and it's been good. He loves his son-in-law, by the way. You were determined to live in love on your terms. Everybody else would have to just get on. Thank you for helping me clean up the unexpected mess that I woke up to the morning of our wedding day. You drove straight over, talked me down from wanting to come fully undone, and reminded me that no matter what, we would look back on this day and laugh. And we meet And we still do. Thank you for saying I'm going to stick beside her through fire, blood, sleeping on sofa beds, and empty duplex floors. You, like Jesus, chose your bride even when I didn't choose us. I didn't deserve grace and mercy, but by God's grace, you showered me with those and more. Thank you for being my haven in the earth. I can come to you with anything and you handle it. Even if you don't always understand or agree with my decisions, you give me what's needed, whether it's comfort, a rebuke, or really wise counsel. I don't always want to hear it, because let's be clear, you're the same way when the tables are turned. But I accept it because I know you are coming from a place of love and protection, and you want the best for me. That's so sexy, man. It's so sexy. Thank you for being an awesome provider. Baby, you proved the doubters wrong here. People thought I was nuts to marry you, but I saw who you are right now back in 2012. I bet on us anyway. I'm living this wonder of a life with you because God is so good and He keeps His promises. He told me you were worth it, and He hasn't been wrong yet. This year marks 11 for us, and I'm so thankful that we're still in it together. I think we're hitting our stride now, baby, and I'm enjoying this sweet thing. I love you. I'm so proud of you, and I will always be willing to share my life with you. Always, Mrs. O.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are taking a brief moment just to breathe in on that letter because it was good.
All right, Pete. I know y'all heard her letter. Like, I have nothing to say about her letter. Every time I listen to it, it just brings me so much joy because this is the married perspective, right? And it just makes me so happy. But Pete, I asked Cece some questions because I really wanted us to be able to break down and have a great understanding of like married life from a married person. So I had some questions that I sent her as well, and I'm going to give her a second to answer the questions, all right? So what's coming up next?
It's time for Q&A. All right. So it's time for a little Q&A for the Dear Future Husband series. So I've been given 3 questions to answer in regards to DFH. So let's get into it. Question number 1 is, what would I tell the unmarried people to prepare for? I would say, prepare to share. Prepare to share secrets, burdens, sorrow, joys, favorite foods and drinks. Trust me, if you both like blueberry lemonade, buy 2. That way everybody got theirs. So when you run out, you run out. But don't be shocked if the person who run out first end up drinking up the other person's reserves. It happens. You're also going to share secrets, burdens. You're going to be sharing clothes, socks. Ooh, babe has great time. I try to steal some every now and again. It makes me feel closer to him. The other thing I would say is that you are going to be sharing space. Be prepared to share space because there's going to come a time where you may not be able to share space anymore because of health reasons, because of jobs, and maybe because God calls one of you. So cherish the moments where They want to be in your space, and they just can't seem to be without you. It's worth it. In short, prepare to share your life. Question number 2. How has your heart posture changed from the richness of your marriage? I used to be very arrogant and felt like I knew everything, right? So what happened was marriage showed me that I don't know squat. I learned how to love well, be loved. I learned how to be a true diplomat in marriage, because there are times where even in a disagreement, I may struggle with not saying everything I'm thinking. And that is one part of diplomacy. Even if you all don't agree, the other person gives it a chance. The other person shows a little love. The other person really does show you that they care about you. And to be a proper diplomat, you have to learn tact. You have to learn how to embrace one another's beliefs and learn to compromise. So out of this marriage, I have become a very humble person. And I'm thankful that I'm willing to say, yeah, I don't know that. And be humble enough to ask for help and get what I need when I need it. It has absolutely changed my life. Last question. Tell us your marriage story. All right. So, first of all, I met him on October 18, 1997. He was the last car in my draft because I worked at McDonald's. I was a senior in high school. Babe had just graduated earlier that year. And he thought I was cute. I thought he was cute. But I was like, you got bad boy vibes. No. Give me your number and I might call. So when we finally started talking, y'all brother stood me up 3 times, right? 3 times. He thought it was funny until I got mad. I called him up and I let him know that for every time you stood me up, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you for a year. So, deuces. And so what happened was, unbeknownst to me, he was determined. He wound up calling me almost 3 years to the day. And we have been stuck ever since. We did break up one time. We broke up back in like 2009. I was fed up with some stuff, sick of him. He was getting on my nerves. I was like, that's it. Get your life together and I'm out. Yeah, right. We was back together about a year and a half later. And then the next thing I know, got engaged and we got married. And the reason why we got married in October, when we first got engaged, was like September 26th of 2012. We had full intention on having this gorgeous winter wonderland themed wedding on January 1st, which is my brother's birthday. And so after watch night service, because we cute babies, we church kids, we were going to, after I got out of church, me and all my people was running over to his church and we were going to get married there. Well, I ended up having a fire in my apartment like 2 weeks after we got engaged. And after that life-altering experience, I knew that I needed to marry him like ASAP. So we wound up getting married on a Thursday, October 25th, 2012 at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it was hands down the best decision I've ever made. So I love my husband, and even though we have had mountains, valleys, and we've had Yeah, we've seen clouds, blue skies, birds chirping, and then it felt like we were circling the closest, most ugliest ring of hell. We survived, and we are thriving, and we are having a good time all the way around. So I'm blessed and honored to be married and to share about my married life. So thank you so much to Allie and It's Simply Yada for this wonderful opportunity to kick it with y'all and talk to you about my future husband. Take care.
You know what? I love it when we're able to pass down wisdom. I love it when we are able to sit at the feet of those who have or are living the life that some of us are very much still pursuing. So if you're single and you desire marriage, I hope you were listening. Yeah, I'm not even gonna follow that up. I'm not gonna hold your mouth following that up. So listen, I hope that you heard her. I hope that even if you're married, you found the wisdom that was there for you as well. And so guys, that's all I got for today. Until next week when we have our next guest up, and I'm really not gonna say nothing about our next guest because she's the bomb.com too. But I'm gonna tell you about it, I'm gonna tell you about it later. But stay tuned. We have some stuff coming up that's gonna be really great and awesome outside of our guests for It's Simple You Die, and I'm excited to share with you guys. So once again, hit Cece up on the Restore to Reconcile podcast or any of her IG handles. And until next time, just know that it is my job, my mission, to help you dismantle the organized and unorganized lies that the world and yourself have told you. That you have told yourself. And we're here to walk it out one lie at a time so that we can figure out the truth that is you. All right? Be safe, be loved. Later, beloveds.
I have great friends, and Cece, you are the best. Thank you for joining us.